Hello YouTube, I am Pinstar, and this is Offworld Trading Company Strategy and Tactics Early Access. So, once again, we're going to take another attempt at the manager level handicap here, which is the sort of the even-steven handicap, where everybody has the same starting level, starting resources, starting start prices. Everything applies evenly to myself and the 3 AIs. Medium map, 3 players. Got a few more strategies that we're going to be attempting here to try and eke out some victories after learning from our last real nail biter of a game. I think I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling good. I think we can pull one off here. I've actually won a couple of games offline, again, at the manager level difficulty, just practicing strategies. So hopefully those strategies pay off. So let's dive right in. Now, someone on the Reddit thread of Offworld made a very good suggestion. Before you start spamming your actual scans, scout the map and see what the topography looks like. Now, even though I just paused it right now, but you know, even though you're not scanning right away, you're still accruing scans, so you're not actually falling behind too much if you get an idea of what the topography looks like. Now, obviously, you could just pause right at the get-go and scout all you want and have all the time in the world you want, but in a multiplayer game against other humans, you're not going to have that luxury. But you still can buy yourself a little bit of a luxury by doing that scanning, by casing the environment to see what the topography looks like. Like, for example, we know we don't want to go scanning straight up because this is all just real rough terrain. You know, it's gonna drop off over here, so we're not going to go too heavily in this direction because there's this big dead zone over there. Whereas over here, the rest of the map is still good. So maybe not so much over here because there's just less terrain to work with. The other thing is, like, for example, if let's say we had it in our mind that we wanted to do a scavenger colony. Well, you know what? I'm going to guess that big-ass crater right there, maybe this one right here, probably going to have some of the carbon we need, because carbon tends to be found in craters. You know, the other, I mean, if you're thinking of going solar, you know, locate the high ground and maybe scan towards it. Down here, lots of dead zone. Let's not scan in that direction. So I think the best course of action for me to go here, just to sort of cover the most amount of ground, is to maybe go in sort of this direction and then loop down and around. That way I can get, you know, sort of maximize my chances for finding stuff. This area actually might be really good for iron, so it actually might behoove me instead to go in this direction. Again, you want to sort of scan the maximum amount of land. All right, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go down, around, up, and over like that. So, without further ado, let's start scanning. So we got some iron. Ooh, we got a geothermal. Yes, that will be useful. Alright, some iron. What I'm looking for is iron next to water. Ooh, with some low levels. Oh my god, yes! Okay, so this is the kind of mixture we want, at least for a scientific colony. Look at this. Alright, so we got iron. We got ourselves iron. We've got ourselves some water. Doesn't have to be perfect triangular water, but we've got... Oh, wow, there's a little triangle of iron right over there. Ooh. Oh man, I wish this terrain wasn't quite so rough, because I'd love to set up shop right next to it, touching here, and that way we'd have you know, no delivery iron, or no delivery steel rather. Now that's kind of risky going after just a singular iron tile. That's asking for trouble right there. Actually, what might be a good idea is going right here, because that way we stomp on some of the aluminum here. We have the option to grab one aluminum tile. We have direct contact access to the iron here, and we're not too far from the water or the silicon either, so I think this is actually probably a good play for us.
What an excellent location for a lab. Well done on finding it. Now then, the day is ticking,
okay,
and there is
let's
much risk.
grab... I'm going to do my same thing here before. Double steel plus a power. Now, I remember, yes, we did see a geothermal, and since distance doesn't matter for that, I'm going to go ahead and
medium levels of aluminum
and grab that one.
High levels of carbon found.
Robotic colony founded.
Okay, oh, we have
High
a
levels of
robotic.
aluminum found.
AI usually shies away from robotics, so interesting.
Robotic colony expanded.
Interesting
Medium
choice
levels of
there.
water found.
Oof, and expanded already. They must have stomped on some good resources. Wait, the other two haven't even...
Expansive colony founded. Expansive colony expanded.
Sheesh, people are just vaulting themselves by stomping on resources here. All right, but let's focus here. We gotta get that geothermal up here, especially with a robotic colony in the mix. They're going to be looking for power. So that's probably going to increase the prices on that. Now we could upgrade here, but again, it makes more sense to save up for the power since we already have the claim in place. All right, what can we liquidate? We can liquidate this silicon here. There we go. Okay, excellent. Now we can start saving up for our expansion. We still have some aluminum.
1,000. 3,000.
Another geothermal plot.
Will begin at
4,000.
Are we serious? Yeah, I was about to say, we're not going to let him have that for 4,000.
5,000. 6,000.
I'm just driving up the price here. I don't want another geothermal plot, but...
1,000.
Alright, someone outbid me. I don't want 2 geothermals. It'd be the freaking power. Alright, I guess I have 2 geothermals. Are those the 2 geothermals on the map? Because if so, that's actually quite useful. Alright, we're going to let that sit for a little bit, because I want to upgrade before I do that. But having 2 geothermal maps, having all the geothermal plots in the map is going to bode well for us, especially if we can keep power nice and high. And I didn't pay too much for that, actually. I would have liked that to have been just a vanilla generic plot, but we'll live. We'll live. Alright, what do we got here? Still ticking up on steel. Got all of our glass, and that's what we're going to be expanding into. 2 glass and 2 fuel here is probably going to be our MO here. Which means we can, well, I think carbon's used for something, so I'm just going to hang on to it. Yeah, let's start selling so we can get some cash up. Yeah, see, our power's already paying us some dividends here. Or at least paying off our debt a little bit. Now, who else is anybody else making power, or am I the only power player in town? Ah, we have got some solar panels. Do I, dare I? Well, it's early in the day. I dare. Let's keep power nice and high, shall we? We're going to be aggressive against power because we're going to be playing Power Baron here. Now that did set me back a little bit, but set them back even further, and now we're just paying down our debt more aggressively.
Why? Your new design for the colony layout is simply breathtaking.
All right.
The other scientists will
Wait,
love
we
the
don't.
increased
There
resources.
we go, glass. All right. Actually, no. We're going to go double oxygen first before doing that. All right. We're going to go here. I wonder if the oxygen produced here will automatically transfer down to here to the glass factories. That would be an interesting question. Well, let's find out.
2,000.
Just a vanilla thing. I'll toss my hand into that, especially since I've been paying down my debt.
8,000. 9,000.
I won't go over 10, but I'll take a stab at 10. Yeah, I know it's cheaper for the black market claims. But paying in debt is better than paying
The
in
black
cash.
market is online.
All right, and that lets me go double oxygen, double glass here. And I still have that empty claim up there for more what's it? Power for more geothermals. So I'm not too worried about. Scavengers finally caught up a little bit here, and nobody's racing ahead to 3 yet. Anyway, so those early expansions, not too worried about them. All right, now here's my question. Yeah, it is actually transferring the oxygen directly to here. So that's actually a really good setup. If you have water-touching silicon as a science, there you can get instant transfers without having to worry about shipping costs. So that works out quite nicely. All right, we can get ourselves a second fuel, and we can get ourselves a second glass. I mean, there is one robotic colony, which means there's going to be less of a demand for glass, but only one. I don't think it's going to completely kill the market. All right, power's starting to creep up here, so I think I'm gonna save up and actually go ahead and pull the trigger on building on my other geothermal plant that's been thus far sitting idle. Because I don't think I don't want to tank the power market here. Because if it drops down to $1, then my 2 geothermal plants are not going to be paying off quite so well. All right, don't want to sell that. Don't want to sell that. Wouldn't be worth it selling that. And power surge. Yeah, I figured that. Oh, hey, someone's blowing up solar panels for me. Thank you, whomever that was. Granted, I'm surprised they didn't go after my geothermals, but if I have 2 geothermals, that will help minimize the damage from that. Should be getting 800 and some odd bucks.
Freelance pirates are auctioning their services to the highest bidder.
Not gonna bother. Not gonna bother. I'm not really shipping too much, especially since this stuff is all frozen.
9,000.
So I think I'm in the clear. I mean, they could pirate this here. That would be quite annoying if they did that, but we'll see. I'm not diving myself into further debt. Keeping it at 10,000 is just fine for me. All right, power's at 55. I am capitalizing on that. I'm actually making more power because my stuff got frozen, but I will continue being power positive. All right, how close are we to upgrade here? It might behoove me to actually develop that one aluminum tile.
I hate those
bribed
filthy bandits.
And yep, they're gonna go after my good stuff. Ooh, and an aluminum shortage. That doesn't bode well for me. Okay, we're gonna need an extra claim here. I don't mind the fuel, but
screw with us, and we screw with you.
Yeah, maybe I should have been a little bit more aggressive at.
Robotic colony expanded.
All right. Yes, please, glut, because the pirates only steal 200 resources. So please fill their coffers up with the fuel. Do not, don't bother with the freaking glass, because I don't want to lose another thing of glass to that. Dry ice condensers, eh? All right. Let's see. Yeah, let me bribe a claim here, because I want I want that singular aluminum mine. All right, that was some painful pirates right there. That was some painful pirates, and that's one of the real weaknesses of of the sciences, because you're shipping your finished goods rather than wow, underground nukes ahoy. Because you're shipping your finished goods rather than just raw resources, piracy gets extra value when done on against you. So while you're normally pretty safe from... ooh, someone's got an early one of those. Alright, well, we got we finally got our glass shipment flowing in. And we got our aluminum flowing, so we should be able to upgrade pretty soon.
4,000. 5.
Carbon plus...
7.
No, I'm not tossing my hat into that.
9,000.
Sold.
Power's starting to
The
creep
black
back
market
down,
is
so
online.
I have been targeted by an underground nuke. They nuked my single tile into a half tile. Okay then. Well, I can always replace that with something else, honestly speaking. If they want to nuke that, I can always switch some stuff out. Ooh, steel?
Expansive colony expanded.
Alright, we're still only at level 2, so we got to get our butts in gear here. Got our glass. We're about to have our steel. It's just this stupid aluminum. And I can see why they hit me with that underground nuke. That was a little bit more painful than I realized.
I've never seen such elegant use of funding.
There we go.
We'll have more facilities open in no time.
Alright, 3 claims to our name. I want to get chemicals going. I don't think we're going to need the patent office, but I think we can go straight for that. For the engineering bay, that is. Now the question becomes, here's what we're going to do. We're going to scrap this bad boy. And is there any good source of aluminum nearby? Marsquake. Ooh. Very nice. Yeah, let's get a thing of aluminum going here. Yeah, let's get an aluminum mine going up here. We can get ourselves an engineering lab in that space because the engineering lab doesn't care about that. And then let's go double chemicals here. Now, do we have carbon? We've got some really, really far off carbon. What's carbon? Carbon's cheap. Carbon is very cheap. So we're going to pretend.
A new claim is available for auction. Bidding will begin at
7,000.
Claim? No, I'm not going to go for it. Ooh, let's sell that glass. That's some good pricing there.
Scavenger colony expanded.
Yeah. Heck, I might even just go for a freaking carbon mine. Where are you going? Oh god, look at food. Alright, when we upgrade next, that's our next priority. Alright, you know what? We're going to need slant drilling. We're going to need it. Oh yeah, let's get that engineering lab going. Let's get that glass going. Let's get some chemicals going. Yeah, and just manually buying the stuff should be okay. Where's all this freaking power coming from? It can't just be those two things. Do people have some windmills going that I don't know about? Or am I really just oversaturating the market to that? Steel surplus, not a good thing for me. Well, I should be able to take control of the markets here if I'm a little bit. Yeah, carbon's nice and cheap, so I'm not even going to bother set up a production source of.
Our
Yep, there
growth
it
is
goes.
surpassing
All
my
right,
most
upgrade.
optimistic projections.
Is there any water left for me to start laying down the food? Doesn't look like it, which means we're going to need to go patent office to get slant drilling. We can always, oh, you know what? Should have put that there so I could turn that into a third chemical plant when I'm done with the patent office. All right.
Expansive
Yeah,
colony
because
expanded.
I need to get myself going on that. Okay. Let's actually start researching food production. Even though we don't have food just yet, we're going to want that. And yeah, let's buy a goon squad. Protect our patent office here, because I have a feeling they're going to go after it. Slant drilling, super critical.
6,000.
New land is available for auction.
7,000.
Ha! Defended. I knew it.
8,000.
Interesting.
9,000.
What is carbon? Carbon's still in the toilet, though. All right, yeah, go ahead and take the 9,000. I'm not going after it.
So,
Surprised Ms. Launch isn't going after that. All right, yeah, you froze that, but you didn't get the thing, and my goon squad's still there. So, ha! I knew they were going to go after that. All right, we're going to go. Yeah, once that's done working here, we're gonna go. Let's see. Can I can't go double, but I can go. I can't go triple, but I can go double with slant drilling.
Scavenger colony expanded.
Yeesh. Oh, we do have hacker arrays here. Interesting. All right. Well, we might need to do that to play ball. Let's go for more efficient food production here, 'cause that's just spiking my debt right there. Once we get slant drilling, carbon scrubbing would be our next bet. It's fuel. Producing enough. I should be anyway. Let's up our fuel production. Water production's looking kind of shaky as well. There we go, surplus. I think somebody triggered that one. My stock is being bought. Well, I am the lowest on the totem pole here. I need to get some electronics factories going here. I think, well, I don't want to do away with that. So let's go for that. Nanotech, all right. But we got our carbon scrubbing, so we're going to be making our food nice and quick here. And actually, let's keep goosing the food production here.
Expansive colony expanded.
Yeah, we'll just buy some fuel here. Keep the chemicals pumping. Yeah, efficient fuel production, that works. All right. Yeah, let's sell off some of this glass here. Get our cash up here. And that should be good once we get carbon scrubbing.
Freelance pirates are auctioning their services to the highest bidder.
1,000. 10,000.
I'm gonna have to dive into this one
1,000.
just to protect myself. I know my debt's already freaking high. In fact, we gotta do something about that. Let's pay down that debt. We got our pirates. What's the most pricey goods? Let's get water. Where's the water?
Pirates. I
Yeah,
hate
there we
those
go.
filthy bandits.
That'll intercept some water, which I am lacking. All right, we got one of those plants going. Yay, water! Boy, look at aluminum. Look at aluminum. All right, let's goose our aluminum production. I didn't think that would be so effective or so important anyway. And patent lab. I'm sick of paying for these things, so let's get teleportation going. Go for the throat. We're getting carbon. We don't need carbon. Ooh, I'm the last of the party for level 5. All right, let's do something about that.
I've never seen such elegant use of funding. We'll have more facilities open in no time.
All right, let's. What else can we do? More chemicals. More chemicals. Energy vault, really? You're going after the energy vault? All right, be my guest. That's what you want to do. All right, we got to do something with these claims. Let's go for another aluminum mine here. Get the bonus going. Because of what the price is, it's worth it to buy that one. Let's see. Electronics is looking really, really freaking good. Ooh, a food shortage. Yeah, there we go. Let's actually go for another fuel here. Get the 100% bonus for them. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, I love slant drilling. Love, love, love it.
New patent up for auction. Bidding will begin at...
No. No, we're not going to do that.
Auction unclaimed.
All
Bidding
right.
closed.
Let me, Alright, good, we got teleportation. Wunderbar. Yeah, this could have been sorted out a little bit better in terms of, getting our stuff up. But, oh man, look at those chemicals. We need to triple up here. And, what are we going to do with our last claim here? Oh, well, Offworld markets, duh. In fact, I think I can. Do I need anything else? Well, thinking machines, but chemicals are so expensive right now that I'm gonna scrap this off-world market. It should keep the goon squad. Yes, it does. All right, let's sell you off-world market. Ooh, a surplus. I'm guessing somebody engineered that. And yeah, once we get ourselves some electronics flowing, which, by the way, let's goose that a little bit. It's nice to see power doing decently well. Let's pay off some of that debt, so it does not have to keep accruing. And then, yeah, we'll use our other claim for another off-world market. Because we've got plenty of fuel, and we've got plenty of aluminum, which is now required for off-world launches. And as soon as that's done building, we'll see what we can start shooting into space. Mr. Espionage has an off-world market as well, so I think we're going to, and actually Miss Balance, so we're all jumping into that game pretty soon. But luckily my stock price is the highest at the moment. Let's keep that going. Boy, how Oh yeah, I shouldn't be selling my glass because I kind of need that. Kind of need a little of everything for these off-world markets. Okay, off-world markets. What are we going to do? We can start shooting off fuel. There we go. Actually, oxygen's probably the better deal as well, so we'll queue up one of those. But yeah, oxygen and fuel.
New patent up for auction. Bidding
And
will
let's
begin at-
let's goose our fuel production so we have plenty of excess fuel at our disposal to keep
auction
shooting into
on
space.
claims, bidding closed.
Yeah, we don't care about that. All right, yeah, we are making chemicals up the wazoo here. Let's knock that dead out. The only thing that's really hurting us is, oh wow, we've actually gone power negative. It might behoove us just to goose our power a little bit, just so we're not, because that's going to start driving the price up. So yeah, let's goose our power a little bit. And yes, okay, we can do that. Let's stick you at the actually the steel's pretty good, so we're gonna stick you out here. Goon Squad's kind of expensive.
Off-world shipment launched.
So much aluminum.
Look at all the money.
Look at all the money. All right, let's go after Mr. Espionage here. Actually, I probably should have grabbed Miss Launch because she owns a little bit of my stock. I get that bag. Whoa! Chemicals! Yeah, Mr. Espionage knows what's up. Mr. Espionage knows what's up. Oh yeah, people are trying to get me out of that market, get me out of chemicals. That's okay. I can just research up whatever's the next thing. I can use it. Yeah, we'll go for that. And yeah, we got plenty of the aluminum, plenty of the fuel here.
Off-world shipment
Just
launched.
keep.
Look at
Actually,
all
all
the
right,
money.
now it starts. Let's goose our fuel production to maximum here. Look at all that food. Too much food. Price is too high. Gotcha. You're mine. And let's use this hacker array, shall we? Yeah, look at the chemical surplus. They keep surplusing it. That's cute. All right, what do we want to goose here? What do we have a lot of? We can goose. Let's goose aluminum. We got tons of aluminum.
New patent up for
No,
auction.
not worth
Begin
it.
at-
Not worth it. But well, we have this
Auction
little
on
respite
claim,
here. We
bidding
can sell,
closed.
sell, sell. Iron surplus. Don't care. Is there any patents that that would be worth my time here? Well, there's just virtual reality.
Off-world shipment launched. Look at all the money.
And what the heck? I'll go for virtual reality. If I acquire somebody, I can build a pleasure dome because power's so darn cheap.
Off-world shipment launched.
Just make sure my
Look
off-world
at all the
shipments are
money.
still cooking here. Let's get some oxygen going here. Yeah, let's buy up Mr. Launch. Or Ms.
Off-world
Launch, I
shipment
should say.
launched. Look at all the money.
Grrrk. Alright, no extra claims from that. Mr.
Your
Ms.
stock is
Balanced.
being bought.
Let's say no to that. Let's help stem the tide there. Yeah, go ahead, surplus the fuel. I don't care.
Our hackers have compromised
And,
the trading service. Price manipulation begins shortly.
Boom. You're mine. You're mine. Now that's what I'm talking about. First victory on manager. Oh, that's what I like to see. All right, well, let's do a post-op analysis here. See where we went well. So everyone was from neck and neck, and actually I kind of took a little nosedive here when my debt started saddling up. People decided to take a little pot shot at me, but let's look at the insane resource graph. I love that they actually call it the insane resource graph, and it is true to form. Truly an insane resource. So power. Power was kind of disappointing. Power is a little bit disappointing. I mean, granted, I probably am the one that killed the market there with double geothermal right from the get-go in the early game. But you know what? I don't regret doing that, because that way we didn't have to worry about power, and we didn't have to keep fussing over it, and we didn't have to invest in anything inefficient like solar panels or less than efficient wind turbines. Let them waste their claims on it. Water. We didn't make any water, and that started to bite us here, but then there was big surpluses, and I think someone with the hacker array kicked that off, so that kind of helped with my thing here. Food. Now, I've found game after game, as the game progresses, nobody ever makes enough food, so food almost always climbs extremely high. Until people get wise and just flood the market with it, like me. So investing in food, or at least planning ahead for food, is not a bad idea. Oxygen was oxygen. Nothing surprising there. And an interesting price jump here. I think that was I think I remember hearing a natural shortage. Now, fuel. Fuel was a very interesting climb here. I think as people got more and more into research and more into chemicals, fuel got consumed more by chemistry labs than it were by ships. Although there was a lot of people shipping a lot of other stuff around the map. Aluminum. Wow. Yeah, this is some games where you can ignore aluminum and it just doesn't do anything. This is not one of those games, but I'm glad we had some alternative aluminum tiles near us that allowed us to recover from that underground nuke. Iron, don't care. Steel, steel was pretty normal throughout the game. Got nice and high towards the end there. Ignoring carbon, that didn't really think. Chemicals, look at that. Now there was like double hacker-induced surpluses there, so that's what really killed the prices there. They wanted me out of chemicals. They were seeing how much I was making on that, so that makes a lot of sense. And it's good that I got into chemicals sooner rather than later, because that way I could get to use them and sell them as needed. Skipping silicon, because I wasn't really into that. Glass. Glass, not as quite as a huge performer as it normally is, but it didn't crash, which is always a good thing. Because glass, sometimes, if people go crazy with glass, it'll crash. And then lastly, electronics did its nice steady climb up and up and up with no real crashes. I didn't have a chance to really flood the market with it either. All right, resources here. What was my big money maker here? Fuel. Well, fuel sold Offworld was my big money maker. My big money maker on world was not power. Look at that. I mean, I got more out of my power than I spent on it, but geez, that's not a lot of money. What was a lot of money was chemicals and glass, and towards the later game, food. So those were my big three. Actually, steel was 50-50, and that's pretty normal to buy and sell as much steel as you normally do, because sometimes you'll want to build something you just haven't waited for the steel to build up, so you end up selling it and then rebuying it, and so these numbers get inflated, but it doesn't really matter. Bought more aluminum than we sold, but I think that was just a factor of price, really. And then electronics we used a lot, but we didn't produce too much of it. But yeah, good that we were producing the high priced off-world good fuel in such excess, and that's where the engineering lab comes in. Because I mean, we're using fuel for every launch. And our chemistry labs are sucking up the fuel as well. Actually, in hindsight, when the price of chemicals crashed, I should have just turned those labs off so I wasn't sucking up all the fuel. So little bit of tip for that later. As for the others, Ms. Espionage, what was their big seller? Food, yeah. I think Miss Espionage was in food longer than I was, so they were able to capitalize on that a bit more. Didn't really get hurt by the power, and I don't think they went too much into it. Same thing with Ms. Launch here. Not so much into the power. Got some off-world sales here, but not so much in terms of viability. And actually, with that big spike in aluminum prices, for people who didn't have a natural source of that, those launches probably cost them quite a bit, and that probably ate into their profits. Mr. Balanced, or Ms. Balanced, I should say. And this is the robotic colony here. And they actually made quite a mint on power, but I think they went early solar panels as well. They were just selling oxygen off-world here. I don't think they got too big into fuel. And their big seller was aluminum. So they had those aluminum tiles, and I have a feeling that they were the one that set off that underground nuke against me. In fact, let me... well, it's not going to tell me for certain, but no underground nukes. Who is the underground nuke? Because there was a lot of freaking underground nukes flying around here. Underground nukes 2 from Miss Launch. Oh yeah, and Miss Espionage 2 from this. So it could have been either of those two. And then me, I did have some good dynamites there. And got value out of my goon squad there. So, but I'm one who normally doesn't go for that. So that, ladies and gentlemen, as they say, is that. Yeah, once I started pulling ahead of everybody there, it was pretty much the game was sealed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you like this episode, want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback is always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar, signing out. See ya!